Welcome to MILF.
I'm Courtney.
And I'm Jennifer.
And we are two moms into literary freedom. Hey guys, Jennifer's showing me her shirt. That's how we're starting this episode. Hold on. He's on the list. Oh no. Wait, what does it say? I can't read it. And it's not mine. So it's a picture of Santa Claus, good old Saint Nick, and it says he's on the list but not mine.
I just got it today.
I love it. Where'd you get it?
TikTok.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you didn't just go to Five Below and pick that up. You were
No.
Well, welcome to Moms into Literary Freedom, also known as MILF for Books. Today we're actually covering a movie, and all I don't know. We're covering just like the movie that's been playing on our social media, right?
Have you been playing it? I've been oblivious.
Well, you know, just like
the movie. Okay, that went right over my head. I'm an airhead.
No, it's okay. I didn't explain it very well. So there's two movies. There's the actual movie that I'm going to tell Jennifer and you a little bit about. It's called One Battle After Another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Best movie I've seen in a very long time.
Really? That good?
Yeah. And then the other movie is just like the movie of America.
Okay. Yeah. The other one is a tragedy.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. We don't know the ending to this one. I mean, the ending to One Battle After Another is great, and I'm not going to tell it to you. Okay. I don't want to spoil it for anybody listening. So we covered 1984 last week, and I spoiled the shit out of that book.
Yes, which is fine, because I might read it, but more than likely I won't. So.
Well, that was my thought process, is like, this podcast is really all about like encouraging people to read, right? But we're not encouraging you to read necessarily books like 1984. We're just like, read whatever you want is our message, right?
Right.
Like, we want you to read what you want to read, right? If you have like a certain like genre that you like, and reading like, you know, is something that makes you happy and it like helps you get through the difficulties of society, then reading 1984 is really just going to bum you out.
Right. And, you know, there's a big stigma even amongst, like, people who like to read about what's okay to read. So I see, like, a lot of people talk about, like, romance readers and, like, oh, they're airheads if they just read romance. Fuck you.
Stupid. Yeah, at least they're reading. What are you reading? Well,
right.
1984 or something. No.
Maybe, you know, but, you know, it's like, they're very snobbish sometimes.
Like, you know, my first experience with that was Twilight.
Oh, like, yes.
I read Twilight when I was 18, which I think is a very respectable age to read Twilight. But
I was in my 20s, late 20s.
And also 50 Shades of Grey, which is Twilight fan fiction.
Right.
My mom reads 50 Shades of Grey. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, she's in her 60s. Like, she can read whatever she wants. At least she's reading, you know? Like,
right.
Like, she works a very stressful job at the DMV, and if she wants to just come home and read something like that, then there should be no judgment.
Yeah. I agree. Like, it's just like they're always finding something to harp on people about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if they like dark romance, if they like romantasy, it's always something. I'm like, get off my ass. Let me read what I want to read.
Yeah, we talked about dark romance for a little bit, because I met someone. I was like, and I was kind of surprised, but then I was like, that, you know, you just, not to get into it too much, but it is important. Like, people who write and read dark romance, oftentimes, not all the time, right? But a lot, you know, some of the time, it's for it's like a therapy. It's therapeutic,
right?
And it's a way to like reclaim their own pleasure, which we've talked literally to Dr. Holly Richmond, who has a book literally called Reclaiming Your Own Sexual Pleasure. And, you know, that's kind of, you know, there's a connection anyway to reading about dark romance as survivors of sexual trauma. I'm not saying that if you read dark romance, you've had sexual trauma in your life, but what is it? 1 out of 3 women have had sexual trauma in their lives. So,
correct. Yeah.
So I guess we can use that as a transition to all of these survivors that are coming forward, that have come forward in the past, and we just, you know, ignored them and didn't read them.
And I have read a few dark romances. Some I like more than others. I do have a hard time with some when the guy is a little too morally gray. He's more of a dick. So I have a hard time like dealing with those. But I'm not going to judge you for reading it or liking it, you know.
Well, and that also kind of like, to me, it's like, well, in my situation, I've never been in that situation where it's like falling in love with my kidnapper, you know, like that. Maybe if I had, I would want to read those books more. Like it probably helps me be seen, or like validates the feelings that I have, or the only way that I can, you know, have sexual pleasure, because that's the way that your brain is wired, if those are the experiences you had. But I am no expert. I am no psychology expert. I have no idea what I'm talking about here.
And I think my issue is I read it through the lens of a mom. So I'm thinking of my teenagers, and I'm like, I would be so pissed if she was putting up with that shit from a man. Like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But other people like it, you know? Who am I to judge?
There's reasons that we don't understand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, going back to the whole 1984 thing, like there are books on this podcast that we're going to spoil because, you know, like we want to talk about the importance and the connection to what's going on in our current political state in our country, right? And it's not fair for us to be like, you got to read it. It's like, but you know, like I don't feel bad at all spoiling books like that, you know. Right. But this movie, you have to pay for it because I think eventually it'll come out. But we bought it for like $25 on Apple TV because Blake watched it, and like he went to the movies and watched it by himself because he knew.
Oh, really? So it was in theaters.
It was in theaters, yeah.
Oh,
and now you can buy it on Apple TV.
Okay.
And then you can probably rent. I think you can rent it. I'm sure it'll be streaming somewhere. But yeah, I still don't want to spoil it. But like, I don't have to spoil it. We can just talk about what it's about. But it was produced basically in between Trump's first term and second term.
Okay.
And it's not like specifically about Trump, but it's about, you know, like ICE and the MAGA. Like, I would say not MAGA, but like alt-right. So like your t-shirt, right, has Santa Claus on it.
Right. Something
funny about that is, like there's like the secret club for like alt-right politicians, right? And it's called, the Christmas Adventure Club.
Oh, how funny. Okay. I had no clue.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, but it's like the writer's attempt to like make fun of this. Does that make sense? Oh God, my hair is so big right now. I used a new shampoo. I feel like I have Jesus hair. The taller your hair is, the closer you are to God. Look at how big it is. I feel like I like Richard Simmons right now.
That's so funny.
You know Richard Simmons?
Yes.
No one. Are we dating ourselves if we know Richard Simmons? Yeah, I think he died recently.
He did, right?
Relatively recently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the.
I'm old, so my memory.
The workout man from the 80s.
Yes.
The big yeah. Wait, am I confusing him with Carrot Top? Because I also look like Carrot Top, but just not orange.
You don't look like either of them, but at all. But okay.
So this was like my eco-friendly shampoo, and you know, it gave me volume.
But... Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, it looks good.
Thanks.
I like it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, this was sort of a last-minute episode for those of you listening and not watching. If you want to watch. I feel like I say this every time, but I kind of have to. We're on Substack now. You can watch our videos on Substack. You can go to YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple Music, Spotify, even though we don't like Spotify.
Yeah. God damn it, Spotify.
If you're like, hey, I don't want to give my money or whatever to Spotify, just go to Substack.
Yeah.
It's great. But anyway, we're all over the place. In wherever you do listen, we're not judging you if you listen on Spotify. But, you know, give us a rate, a review, subscribe, a comment, shout out, whatever. We'll help us out. Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it all. Thank you.
So what should we keep talking about the movie, or should we like tie in some of this?
So I don't know anything about the movie, like at all. Like,
okay.
Nothing. So give me the title again. Okay. Who's in it? Because I didn't know it was a movie. So I'm assuming like there's like some high profile people in it, maybe.
Oh my God, I wish Blake was here to just give me like a he's so good at like summarizing things very quickly, but he won't do it. Because my phone is being used to record right now, so I can't like pull up a synopsis. But it's Leonardo DiCaprio is the star, right? And then
he's in it?
Yeah, he's the star.
Oh.
Yeah. And so he's a part of this like rebellion group, for lack of a better word, called the French 75. And it's like this resistance movement is the better word. It's a resistance movement, right? And they go around like bombing empty buildings. They don't kill people, right? They're not supposed to be violent, but like they're like against ICE, and everyone should be free, and countries or the world shouldn't have borders, right? Like that kind of stuff. It's
right.
And so the first part, I guess, short part of the movie, like the introduction to the movie, is him and his lover. And one of the reviews I sent you, do you have your? No, I don't think I sent it to you. My husband, Blake, sent it to me, but it was basically like talking about like the empowerment of like the beautiful Black women in this film. So there's like a race element in that regard, because a lot of the people in the French 75 are Black women. Okay. Then Leonardo DiCaprio is obviously white man who falls in love with one of these Black women.
Okay.
And then and then the other element is like immigration, right? So like the South American Mexican border, and that immigration. So he falls in love with one of these women, and then they have a baby, right? And it's not really when you're first watching it, I'm like, Blake's like, this is such a good movie. I'm like, this movie sucks. Like, this is just like a love story between Leonardo DiCaprio and this woman, and I'm not really interested in this love story. Like, I thought it was going to be better, but like, it's not a love story, even though it makes you think it is a love story. But what else? So basically, there's a lot of sex, right? That was another thing that I was like, what is this? This is like so sexual. Like, I'm like sitting there thinking, like, what are the writers trying to, like, what's the message they're trying to send with like all this like very sexual stuff? And so this is the only specific thing I'll say about the movie, but like there's an ICE agent, and his last name is the names that the writers come up with are funny. Like one of them is Toe Jam, like Sergeant Toe Jam.
Gosh.
Like that's not actually someone's name.
Right. I hope not.
But the main guy is Lockjaw, right? Colonel Lockjaw. Okay, that's his name. And he's like a white guy, and he's got this stupid haircut. It's like a Donald Trump haircut, but it's gray, So it's like looks like a fucking, what's it called? A toupee?
Uh-huh.
It looks like a toupee, but it's not. And he wears lifts in his shoes because he's short.
Oh, so it's very much similar to like, well, Trump is not short, but
DeSantis wears lifts in his shoes. Yeah, but he's like this military guy.
But Trump does that weird lean thing that he does.
But like Trump was never in the military, and DeSantis I don't think was in the military. So it's like it's almost like a combination.
Wasn't he like a lawyer or something?
DeSantis was a lawyer in the military?
Am I wrong? Somebody was a lawyer.
Well, was he ever like in combat?
Probably not. I am, because now
doesn't strike me as like a, I don't know,
military service.
I love how our conversations ping pong around. Like
he has a distinguished military record, having served as lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy Reserve.
Okay, maybe
judge advocate. Oh, he was a JAG.
What's a JAG?
The Judge Advocate General's Corps. So it's like a lawyer for in the army.
Okay, so maybe the writers were using him specifically to base this character on.
Maybe.
I think to me it seemed like just like a kind of a mishmash of a bunch of just
of a different characters.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that if you're in the military you're a douchebag.
We're just saying these people that we know in the military are douchebags.
I know plenty of people in the military and that I have great respect for.
Right.
Colonel Lockjaw is not someone that you respect. If you watch the movie, you will see.
There's always those characters in real life.
Mm-hmm. So the movie, one of the first scenes in the movie is this is Leonardo DiCaprio's Black girlfriend, and her name is she has a different name, and I keep forgetting how to say it. But this is why I need Blake here. But I'll remember when it comes to me. But anyway, she seduces Colonel Lockjaw by gunpoint. Like she is what's the word? Impulsive. She's power hungry. She is just full of energy for the rebellion or the cause. The cause. And, it's good energy, right? Like she wants to like make a positive difference in the world, but she's just got all this pent up rage that she doesn't know how to channel, right? And so she like kidnaps Colonel Lockjaw by gunpoint and forces him to like get a boner. She's like, get up. And so he starts to get up and she's like, no, not on your feet, the other way, So like, and she can tell he's like really into her, even though he's super racist and hates all black people. Okay. And that's what the Christmas Adventure Club is all about, is like racial purity and eugenics and stuff like that. It's like extreme. It's, taken like right out of Nazi Germany, which is funny because Nazi Germany took their manifesto right out of, American slavery. So it's like, it's like
full circle.
You could say that it's, inspired by Nazi Germany, but Nazi Germany was inspired by American slavery. So you're aware.
Yeah.
And the Jim Crow laws, right? So it's very American.
Right.
Especially for him to like be in love with her. So Colonel Lockjaw now is like, has this like infatuation with her because she made him get a boner at gunpoint.
Right. And he turns out he likes that.
Yeah.
A lot.
And so again, this is all just the beginning of the movie. Okay. So I don't consider it spoilers, and I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. So I'm almost done. So they're like bombing a bank or something. And like, I don't know, she gets caught by him, or like she sneaks into this building and she's like trying to sneak a bomb into like somewhere. And she's like standing on the toilet, like trying to reach into the ceiling tiles. And he like comes in and corners her and like threatens her, and he's like, if you want to keep doing what you're doing, you need to meet me at this hotel, blah blah blah. And so she meets him at the hotel and they have sex. There's a gun involved. I think she puts the gun up his butt.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't show that, but it's implied.
It's implied. Okay.
Yeah. And so they have sex, and then so that's pretty much, and then cut, and then she gets pregnant, right?
By him?
Don't know. Well, we don't know. We don't know at that point. We don't know. And so the whole movie, you don't know, right? And I'm not going to tell you, obviously, but that was like the first 10 or 15 minutes of the movie. And the movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
So then it cuts to that was like the intro, like I said. And so then it's like 16 years later, not much has changed, right? So the resistance has had to kind of like go underground and kind of, there's still, the French 75 is still a thing, but they've had to go underground. Leonardo DiCaprio is raising this daughter because the mom couldn't she went and robbed the bank and then shot someone, even though like they're all supposed to be about, non-violence,
not hurting people. Right?
She kind of lost it and like killed someone, right?
Okay.
And so because of that, like she got in trouble. They apprehended her. She sold all of her people in the resistance out. A lot of people ended up dying that were her close friends, right? Because of her, because she sold them all out. Because Lockjaw was like, hey, if you give me names, I'll protect you, right? Well, she ended up giving him names and then like fled to Mexico. Now, so she's gone, right? And she was a rat, and people died because of her. And Leonardo DiCaprio's left raising this baby. And so 16 years later, he's got a 16-year-old daughter, and that's what the whole movie is about. Is Colonel Lockjaw finding, wondering if he's the father of this child and how it's going to impact his admission into the Christmas Adventurers Club.
Ooh, because she's black.
Exactly.
Or mixed at this point.
Yes. And that's it. I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to say anything else. That is, my very non-eloquent synopsis of the movie without spoilers, I think.
Okay. What's the name of this movie again?
One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another. Okay. I've never heard of this movie.
And the other thing,
I realize I don't watch a lot of TV anymore, so I don't get a lot of these like previews for movies.
I didn't know about it either. No, I don't know why. Like this wasn't like, it's not like it was pushed out on social media. Like, how some movies spend a lot of their budget on pushing it out on social media. This movie did not do that. This movie was, can you look it up for me? I'm terrible at this. Just look up One Battle After Another, written by, and you'll see what the other movies are.
Hold on.
People are probably yelling at us right now at their phones.
The director is Paul Thomas Anderson. Is it based on a book?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
So Paul Thomas Anderson directed other very famous movies that I am not remembering right now. But
No
if you
idea.
look, can you look it up?
Let me see. Movies. We have There Will Be Blood. I've never heard of that one.
Oh,
Boogie Nights. Wait, I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Boogie Nights. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one with
like, pretty famous director. Boogie Nights was actually one of the what? Oh yeah, you haven't seen Magnolia?
I don't know.
Probably not. It's good though. You'd like it. You'd like it.
Okay.
So Boogie Nights was one of the first movies that Blake and I watched as like a couple, and I was like, what the fuck are you showing me? I was like 21, 22. Wait, no, I was probably older. 23.
Well, the other one that I see, the Dirk Diggler story.
I don't know. I've never seen that one. But anyway, there's also the sensei in it. He's a pretty famous actor. He if you Google you just use sensei in One Battle After Another, it'll tell you his name. But I swear to God, my memory isn't because I do drugs. Like, I don't do drugs. This is just something that I have where I can't remember names of things. Like, I can remember.
Oh, Tiana Taylor's in it.
Who's that? No, what's the character name?
Tiana Taylor. She is Willa. Oh, no, not Willa. She's Perfidia?
Okay, that's the mom. Perfidia.
Okay, so Tiana Taylor, I know her from MTV My Sweet 16.
Oh, okay.
But her dad is someone like also famous, and then she grew up to be like a rapper. And she's like really ripped, right? Like she's
badass.
Yeah.
She is a badass. Yeah. And she's a really good actress, I think. And yeah, so she's the mom that left, and Willa is the daughter.
Okay.
She looked familiar. I'm sure she was in something too. She's
Regina
beautiful.
Hall. There's a lot of big names.
Yeah, and the sensei.
Del Toro.
That's the sensei.
Sean Penn.
El Toro.
Oh, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, what is he in?
Yeah,
he's in some famous stuff.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff.
So people, his character is El Toro is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. I knew he was Hispanic, but I didn't know he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another guy. There's a bounty hunter that is his character's indigenous. I don't know if the actor is indigenous, but I think he's mixed, but he has indigenous heritage, and he's a great character in it too. Like, this isn't just a movie about Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, he's a huge part, but like there are a lot of, and like I said, I have a condition where I can't remember names of things or people. So
horrible.
This is the worst movie synopsis ever. But I'm done, and you should just go watch it.
Okay. You know what? I'm kind of interested. I think I might watch it.
You should. I told you.
Had me with all the sex. I mean, I'm down for that.
The sex was cringy though. It was like I was like too much. I was like, what? They're clearly sending a message here. And I think the message, since we're talking about it, is like women taking back power through sex. And that's what Perfidia, I think, was doing, was like taking back her power by using her sexual appeal is the message that I got. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Because she was like clearly using her sexual prowess and like appeal to control Lockjaw, who ends up like obsessing over. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but so many themes in this movie. But the Christmas Adventure Club to me was so funny, and like there are scenes where it's like these white men, you know, just like having their secret meetings in their secret like fancy ass bunkers about like the purity of the white blood, and you know, it's so like
it's like the KKK, but like make it fancy.
Yeah, yeah, but like also, you know, like heritage. It had a lot of Heritage Foundation vibes to it, you know, which. Speaking of, you know, Florida's the first state to adopt the Heritage Foundation's, what's it called, Phoenix Declaration, in which all the schools in Florida now have to follow, and it's just like a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that is like, I don't know. It's made out to seem like it's anti-communist and communism is bad, right? But it's like, we know that form of communism is bad, and no one's
Right.
saying that it's not. Like, why? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole other discussion.
I trust nothing that comes out of that foundation. It's all bullshit. And
yeah.
I don't even know, like, I heard about that, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck them. We're not doing that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because I made a video. I don't know if you watched it, but I put it on our social media accounts.
Okay.
It was basically like, what about the Pledge of Allegiance? What are you going to do when my daughter doesn't want to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Right.
I'm not going to make her stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
And I have a lot of problems with standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. One, I'm not proud of my country right now. Two, what about the whole aspect of God? Like,
right.
This is indoctrination. And in saying that you are saving kids from being indoctrinated while requiring that they stand up to recite an oath that indoctrinates them is just like next level inception to me.
Right. Right.
So anyway, that's the Phoenix Declaration. That is not a part of the movie. That is real life. That's a part of the movie of America.
The other movie we were talking about.
Which is a tragedy, but also a comedy. Because let's talk about Bubba and Throtus. Have you seen that one?
I have not. I mean, I've seen some.
There's so much. The internet has so much on there right
now. So much. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I've heard Bubba might not be Clinton. And if you don't know what we're talking about. It could be a horse. Yeah, it could be a horse. It could be some other guy named Bubba.
Do you think it's a hot lady named Bubba?
I doubt it. I don't think it's a hot lady.
Beautiful blonde.
I doubt it. Although
Bubba's a beautiful blonde.
Is Clinton blonde?
I think he was before he went gray. Maybe he was like
light-haired enough.
Yeah.
So still his type.
There you go.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, there have been emails that have been released by
not the files,
Congress? Not the files, right?
The emails, which are the cherry on top.
Yes, and so it's been interesting to kind of see what's come out from there. One of them was a statement made by Epstein, right?
It was in an email, literal email.
In an email, someone. Right?
Yeah,
saying something about we need to look it up too.
Yeah, you gotta look it up.
Email. Hold on,
because while Jennifer looks it up, I recall like seeing it and verifying it, like because you got to do that with all the AI shit that you see,
right?
And the fake news and the what's it called, disinformation, right? But I looked it up and it's a legit email, one of Epstein's email to I don't know, someone connected into the politic circle there. And it was very short, right? But it did mention the name Bubba. And Jennifer's looking it up. And it is confirmed that Bubba is a nickname of Bill Clinton, which is where these rumors are coming from.
Okay, that is one.
But obviously that's that's where the allegations come from. It's not like there's any hard evidence other than the email that Jennifer is still looking for.
I know, you'd think it'd be easier to find. Let me see, what's this one?
I like
it said, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba.
Okay.
Wow. Which begs the question, is this why he's so,
up Putin's
bends over
ass.
Backwards? Right.
Well, it would make sense
what he has.
And again, these are allegations, allegations, right? And they're not at all, there's no evidence other than just that email. But if we put the pieces together here, I've always wondered why it appears that Putin has so much leverage or power over Trump, right? I feel like I'm not alone in that. A lot of people have been like, what? This dynamic is super weird. That would make sense that's one reason, right? It would make sense that that's why Epstein was killed, allegedly.
Right. And I mean, there was rumors that it was a video of him getting peed on or peeing on someone. Right?
Blowing meant blowjob. I didn't know it meant.
So you never heard of those?
A pee job?
Yeah, a golden shower.
Well, yeah, but that's not the email didn't say golden
No,
shower.
no. I'm saying before, like there was like that's the rumor is that there was a video that Putin had a video of him like getting a golden shower or giving a golden shower.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So that's what I always assumed he had on him.
Just another.
I did not expect it to be a photo of him blowing another man.
No. Okay.
But you know what? If MAGA can believe everything, I choose to believe that this is what happened.
I choose to believe this too. Yeah, if listen, Tylenol causes autism, then fucking Trump blew Bill Clinton.
Right.
There you go.
He played that trumpet like it was.
Oh, the visuals are so disturbing. So disturbing. So the internet, the ones that I remember was if Bill Clinton doesn't release a statement that says I did not have sexual relations with that man, then I'm going to be very disappointed in this whole production. Yes. I liked that so much. I had to share it to my personal account, and I think I upset my in-laws.
They
didn't say anything, and they're not like they're not MAGA at all. Like, right? It's just inappropriate. Well, there's another one. What was another one? Millennials, right? Or whatever, old millennials. That's what we are. At least that's what I am. Learned about blowjobs from Bill Clinton, and now our kids are going to learn about what a blowjob is from Bill Clinton again.
Right. Well, I think most of our kids already know. Like,
not mine.
Because schools know. Not yet. Okay, schools haven't corrupted them yet.
So I was, and that's funny because that's where I learned about it. Right. So it was trying to think, 6th or 7th grade, and this is still when we had like the phone with the cord that's connected to the wall. Yeah. Right? And me and my sister are sharing a phone with one of our friends, and it was like a group call. Right. There were like 4 people on the line, and one of the more naughty of our friends was like, do you guys know what BJs are? And I was like, the name BJ? And and then our dumb friend, because in friend groups you've got like the naughty one, the dumb one, and whatever. So the dumb one, dumb and innocent, yeah. Although she turned out not to be innocent, but she still was dumb.
Well, no, there's always the dumb one and then the innocent one, like that, you know, the pure
naive one. Yeah, ditzy and like innocent, whatever. Anyway, so whatever she was, she's like, hold on, Dad, what's a BJ? And then that's when we all learned, because it was like that she brought it up, and then all the parents were like, oh shit, you know. And then I was like, well, I gotta know what a BJ is. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh man.
Well, but I guess my kid asked me once what back shots were.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't even know what a back shot is. Oh wait, I can guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a name for that.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory, though.
It's a good conversation to have with your kid, you know? It's like, well...
Was that a bus conversation that she or they...
Definitely a school conversation. Yeah. Okay. Something they heard in school, or maybe a song. I don't remember, but...
Song, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kid comes home and is like, this is what I learned in art class, and it's not anything to do with art.
Not artistic at all.
I'm like, you need to change your table.
Right.
Get a different table. Anyway, so yeah, that's the whole drama with Trump and Bill Clinton, and the Epstein files will probably, we don't know, they could be released, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
It's getting closer.
Well, okay, yes, but also no, because did you see the email or the tweet or whatever, the Truth Social post?
Yeah, where he was saying to release them.
Well, but he was also saying he wants to investigate all the Democrats, right? Because it's always the Democratic hoax, and the Epstein files first existed, then they didn't exist, then it was a hoax, then who knows, right? You can't keep track. And then there was nothing to release, supposedly, right? Mm-hmm. And there was nothing relevant in the files, according to Bondi. And now he's saying that he wants to investigate all the Democrats in there, like Bill Clinton and whoever else. But by starting an investigation, it kind of locks up the files from getting released. Because you're not going to release files that are part of an investigation. So the rumor that I saw and kind of made
buy
sense.
More time.
Yeah.
Well, would it even matter? Like, let's just say they were released and it was confirmed. Like, would it even matter? Like, if we're going back to our conversation about 1984, like, and you're not even, like, we've already seen that his followers will always follow him. Like,
yes.
But I guess, the gay thing, that is a new piece of the puzzle that might, or like a new straw, if you will, on the camel's back. Like, that could be the straw that breaks the MAGA camel's back, Well,
I saw, like, did MAGA guys already start blowing their friends just to prove a point that it's not gay, or,
Hey, maybe this will just result in a lot more inclusivity of, the sexual spectrum. But what was it? Oh, you probably haven't seen White Lotus on HBO Max?
No, I haven't. I've heard of it, though.
So there's the last season. Fuck. The actor's very famous. Can't think of his name because I have a problem. But anyway, he is one of a very famous actor, and he's the one that has the monologue.
From Divergent 4? Is he in it?
I've not seen Divergent. I don't know what 4 is.
Oh my god, he's so fine. Hold on. I can't even
guy.
Right now.
He's been around for a while. Yeah. Okay. He's not like a newbie. Which I hate that word, newbie. Newbie.
Theo James? No.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't think it's him. Damn it. Okay.
No, I feel like if you said it, I would recognize it. I'd be like, yes, that's him. He's not in that show. Here's what you need to do. Oh, okay. Google White Lotus monologue and tell me what comes up.
Wait.
Again, people are probably screaming at their phones right now. But
sorry, we don't know. Sam Rockwell?
Yes, Sam Rockwell. Okay, so Sam Rockwell. Do you know him? He's a pretty famous. I heard he got bark, but it was very low. Did not. Even no, really you saw the face though. Like, shut up. Don't worry about the dog. He's fine. So Sam Rockwell, he's in a lot of stuff. He's a great fucking
Charlie's actor. Angel.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He has the dancing, right? Not the dancing. That's somebody else. Okay, yes, I know who he is now.
So the reason I'm bringing this up, because it will come full circle, is like he started out as like just your regular hot-blooded, or what is it? Yeah, hot-blooded red American male.
Red-blooded.
Like, red-blooded. Right? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the typical American who just loves pussy. Like very
alpha male.
Yeah, like very sexual, and like they like equate their masculinity with like how many women they've slept with. Right. Just like, and then he essentially just turned into a sex addict, right? And so I guess he's an expat, right? So he went from America to Thailand, is living in Thailand, just having sex with just like every woman that he can meet. And then in this monologue, it has nothing to do with the plot of White Lotus. It's just like a side story where he's talking to his friend, and it is so, you got to watch White Lotus. It is so good. But he's just like giving this monologue about like his, I was going to say evolution, but that's not really the right term, but like de-evolution of into like this like sex crazed, like sex addict, where he went from just like quote normal, and I'm not trying to shame anything, but like normal, like I'm going to have sex with as many beautiful women as I can, to I'm going to dress up like a beautiful woman and put an ad on Craigslist and have for a man to come and this is an explicit podcast, but I'm trying to be, I don't know, use
a little PG.
Yeah. And basically dress up like a beautiful woman and just get railed from behind by just like a man, like a Thai man, right? Because,
okay.
And so that's what this whole monologue is basically about how like he becomes so obsessed with sex that there's nothing that he will not do.
Okay.
He doesn't identify as a trans man. He doesn't identify as a gay man. He doesn't identify as any of that. Like, if anything, he identifies as a cis heterosexual man. At least that's, but like he just got so caught up into this lifestyle that he did literally everything and anything in between, quote, normal, socially acceptable sexual behavior, to the most deviant, whatever,
Right.
quotes, deviant is in quotes, sexual behavior that you can think of. And the reason I bring that up is because, I feel like that's not far from like reality in terms of like these men like Bill Clinton and Epstein and Donald Trump, who are just like obsessed with sex and power. And now here we have these allegations of golden showers and homosexual acts like coming forward from these seemingly heterosexual cis men that are supposed to only have sex with beautiful women or girls, raping girls, which is another topic we can
children because children. Did you see the whole thing with Megyn Kelly and what she said?
Oh man, I can't wait for her to just like find a hole and crawl into that hole and then never come out, because that's where she needs to go, because she's just done. She should be done. She should be 100% canceled because she
has like a 14 or 15-year-old daughter, so for her to say that is just
terrible.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
And I didn't think that we needed to say this out loud, but yeah, and I was happy with the backlash that I saw, at least in my algorithm, which is basically 14-year-olds are children.
Right.
Sex with children is not sex, it's rape. And it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know we need to have these conversations, but here, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just remind the world. Because now you've got these like young, impressionable people, specifically men, or young men, boys that are like, this is acceptable behavior, so I can be 20 and sleep with a 14-year-old. No, you can't. That's still rape. No, even though there's only a 6-year difference.
16, 17, they're still minors.
Yeah.
They're still underage. They're not adults. Let's not go there. No. Did I tell you, speaking of Matt, right? So we had a guy at my place of employment who was hitting on all the young girls.
You told me you went all mama bear on them.
I did. I went.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is weird that 40-year-old men, and he's in his 40s,
they think it's okay.
Think it's okay. Like he did not see anything wrong with him hitting on young girls. And he would say, well, I like young girls. I don't know if they're 19, 20. Maybe they're 19, 20. I don't know if they're 17 or 19. Like, bitch, ask. That should be your first fucking question if you're talking to a young girl.
And even if they are 19.
And also, why are you talking to a young girl? It's weird. Like, gross.
But I think Trump's 2 terms have really set us back, like, decades in terms of that, because, like, he is clearly, like, sending this, like, explicit message that men can just do whatever the fuck they want without any consequence.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have we have a lot of, like, work to do to get back to where we maybe thought we were 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the people that were pro, Save the Children. What was the movie that they had? There's Call of Freedom, Sound of Freedom, or something.
Was that the abortion one?
No, that's where it was
the child trafficking one.
Yes, and they were like all about saving children, and that was like their thing. And suddenly now they're like, well,
except for the ones that are being trafficked by our president in chief. Or commander in chief, like, no, that's not trafficking, because it's the savior, it's our messiah that's doing it.
These girls knew what they were signing up for, like it's so weird.
That's what trafficking, like, you could argue that for any victim of trafficking, like that. I don't, but it's okay if it's Trump, but if it's not okay if it's yeah. No.
Or better yet, they don't even want to know. They want to remain in the dark. To me, that's like, so you do know something's wrong, and you just don't want
double
proof.
think. Yeah. It's like,
you don't want the proof. You want to just be like, we don't know. So you can keep pretending that he's not on the list.
Yeah, doublethink is like funding that movie about child trafficking, or Ron DeSantis passing laws about child trafficking and then going and supporting Trump. Like, that's doublethink, because it's in the evidence. I guess you could call it circumstantial, right? But it's also like, as two people who we don't know what what the fuck is actually real, but you know that people in those circles know for a fact that there are things that he has done, right?
Right.
Because that circle, you know, like things get around in that circle, right? Whereas we're nobodies, we know nothing, right? But it trickles down, obviously, to the point where rumors get spread and we have these conversations, but like, you know, that the people in those political circles have more than an inkling of an idea, you know, of truth, and yet they still, and maybe that's why MJT, that's what I like to call her, MJT.
I was like, wait, who is that? Marjorie? No, who is that?
Marjorie something Taylor.
Taylor Greene?
Oh, that's MTJ, sorry.
Okay. I was like, wait.
I'm dyslexic. No, I'm not. But everything just, I don't know what I am, but everything just like mixes together up here in this Richard Simmons carrot top head of mine.
It's getting tangled in the hair.
How did I remember Richard Simmons and Carrot Top? How do I remember those names?
Listen, you know, that's how our brains work. I can't remember my kids' names sometimes. Right. Yeah. But I can remember random shit, random numbers.
Yeah. That's how I know my son is ADHD today, because we gave him $10 for this school thing, and then he lost it within 20 seconds. And we have to go catch the bus, and we're like, "Where's your $10?" He's like, "You didn't give me $10."
What $10?
Long story short, we find it over by where his iPad was charging, and we're like,
"Oh my gosh,
you brought it over here." He's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "Honey, listen, you're not in trouble. Mommy's the same way."
Right. I get it. I understand.
It's genetic. It's not age related, because he is not old. So
right.
Anyway, so MTJ, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've heard she did like a whole like about face on Trump. I've seen like it going back and forth, but I don't know all that much about it. I do think it's funny though that as soon as he, you know, took back his support of her, she started getting death threats.
That is terrible. Yeah, and I saw that. It was like, hey, Democrats have, quote, hated, which whatever, her forever, and she's never had to fear for her safety. But now all of a sudden that she's not on the MAGA side, she's got to hire a whole like body guard outfit to protect her. And
getting a bunch of death threats. I'm sure she got death threats before, because, you know, I'm not saying that our
probably
people
more
are not above it. Yeah. But now, like, the fear is real. She's like,
holy you're not shit. Above giving death threats.
I said we're not, like, general. Mess
with Jennifer, guys.
But I am also not above threatening to take someone's life. It's a joke. If I say it, it's only a joke. I'm just kidding.
It's just a joke. It's fine. Calm down.
Calm down.
So about her, this is what I read. She wanted to run for governor in one of her states. I don't know.
And Georgia. Like, she's from Georgia, right?
Okay. I think so. It was Southern state. She wanted to run for governor, and he was like, no. She was like, okay, bye. And then that's how we got to where we are today. So that tells me she's not a good person. She's just mad because she didn't get her way. However, it's not fair for me to say she's not a good person because, and this is maybe where you'll disagree with me, and that's fine, but people can change, okay? And you get all this shit, like it just keeps piling up, and you have to make a choice. Like, remember with China dropping food for Palestinians, they made a fucking choice before America made a choice.
Which I'm not sure if that actually happened, by the way.
Is that AI?
I think it's AI. I know. I'm not sure.
See, this was before I was like, I knew how dangerous AI was, because like I used to think like, oh, I could spot an AI video, no problem, right? Now they're getting way harder to spot, right? So Blake showed me this video. He's like, Courtney, you're going to love this video. It's so funny, because he knows I like animal videos. And it was a cake of a corgi, and it was like a corgi cake, like a dog cake.
Yeah.
And then there was a real corgi sitting next to it, and then the owner with a huge knife. And she cuts the corgi cake, and then the real corgi stands up on its hind legs, makes a really funny noise, and then falls over. And Blake thought it was so funny, and I was like, that would be funny if it was real. He's like, what? It's not real. And so I was like, do you see here? Like, look in the bottom left-hand corner, and you can see how it's AI, because it was like there was a malfunction in the video or something. He's like, oh my God, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So also, you're not paying attention, like to those and I'm not going to sit there and scroll through every TikTok and analyze it, so I have gotten caught.
Right. But recently I'm like, well, I have to analyze it before I can think this is funny, because if it's AI, I don't fucking think it's funny.
We don't support it.
Oh, and that's the other thing about, I think it was that movie, One Battle After Another. There was absolutely no AI of any kind. We
need to do an episode on why AI is bad.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize how bad it is and like the harm it's causing. Not just like, every day, but like long term. Environmentally,
politically, which are both connected. That's a good idea. We'll do our next episode. And we could even tie it to a junior episode about water.
Yeah. Yes.
We have that book. It's about the blue, Proud Blue. Or maybe I'm confusing my books.
All I can think of is All Boys Aren't Blue.
No, it was a children's book. That's not it. It was The Proudest Blue is what it's called.
Oh, okay, yes.
Not sure if it's about water, but either way, there's lots of books out there about like indigenous people's fight for water supply with like oil, and we can tie it into like how it's always the most suppressed groups of people, or that are impacted most by like these billionaires and
immediately impacted. Yeah. In the end, we're all going to be impacted, but
my dog is trying to open the door right now. Hi.
I can't hear
it. Hi, she's here now. She ate a whole bag of dog bones.
Ah, good girl.
We're just not gonna
I'm a good girl. I deserve this.
She hasn't been outside at all today, and she's just been sleeping it off, like just massive hangover. I'm really worried about what she's going to do tonight. Like, it's got to come out.
Right. Yeah.
Come out. Anyway, what were we talking about? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I was saying. Is basically like, with all the shit that's going on, like she could just be like, you know what? Because we were talking about China and how that might be AI. She's basically like there could be a choice or a possibility that she's like, I can't get behind this shit. I'm jumping ship. But only time will tell, and only her actions will tell. So like we'll see. Just see how she acts. Like, she's definitely better than Megyn Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that she's doing it, and hopefully some MAGA people will listen because it's her. But I think she's not doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
I think she had to know who he was from the get-go,
Yeah.
But that's the part that I don't get.
People can change.
Oh, yes. I will say that there was remember the girl I told you who had like a whole birthday cake? MAGA President Trump birthday cake. Like her birthday cake was all MAGA stuff. And it was
God, how old was she?
Weird. She's my age.
Oh, okay.
She's in her 45, 46.
Like 12. I'm like, what about...
No.
What about K-pop Demon Hunters?
It was weird, right? Like, she wore like a whole bathing suit that was like MAGA. I don't know.
Cognitive dissonance.
Super MAGA.
Okay.
And before she was kind of like witchy vibes, and then little by little, now I see her posting more religious stuff. But lately, I haven't seen anything political on her page, and it's more just about what a piece of shit her baby daddy is. So I feel like she's kind of shifted, and maybe she realized.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just missing her posts.
No, I think you're right, because there are like accounts, social media accounts out there where their sole purpose is to like share people who've changed their minds, like MAGA people who've changed their minds. There are so many MAGA people out there that people have interviewed, and like parents, like grandparents, so like the grandkids and the kids would be like, why did you change your mind? Like, what, you used to think this, now you think this. And they would because they feel safe talking to their kids about it. So it's like a grandma saying, I was wrong, that's happening a lot, because
and I feel like most people won't admit that they are wrong.
A lot of people won't admit that.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, you got to remember when this Trump thing all first started in like he was elected in 2016. But like I remember, right? 2016. Yeah, because I was pregnant with. Yeah. He was elected in 2016, but there was 2015ish, whatever. He was just like a new face to shake things up, because the middle class and lower working class, right? I'm just gonna say working class people were like fed up with how things were going, and so like he gave them this very false hope,
right,
that he was going to change things. And unfortunately, with like the system and the machine that we have today, like it takes a really long time to realize when, you know, something isn't going to work. And
right.
A lot of people are really slow to realize that because of social media and propaganda. And so it's taken this long, and there's been so much damage that's done in the process that now, I mean, if there was an election tomorrow, like, fuck, he'd be completely blown out of the water. Wait, is blown out of the water?
I think so.
Lose.
No, I think that means like, wait.
Whatever. He'd lose. You know what I mean.
I get what you mean. I don't know if the term is right because I'm not sure, but yeah.
We don't know our colloquialisms.
He would be devastated for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We've gone way over, haven't we?
Yeah, no, my Apple Watch just keeps blowing up. But yeah, I think we've covered everything that we wanted to. I don't know how long this has been, but we should probably stop. Look out for we got 2 junior episodes that I want to do. One about Thanksgiving because I got a new children's book about the real story of Thanksgiving, and another one about AI.
Tethered. What about Tethered?
Yeah, you got to do that one.
Yes, I started it. I found the audiobook for it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it too because I need to make notes. So I'm trying to, not just listen to it because that makes it really hard for me to then come back and like, oh, this part was really good. Because when it's an audiobook, I can't. So, but I am going to read it.
It's called Tethered by Other Stars or something, right?
Something
Do you have
like
it
that,
in front of you?
I thought I had it here on my desk and it's in my room.
Well, if you can look up the author real quick so that we can say her name because we're going to have her on the podcast. We're going to read it, talk about it, and then interview her. Because I made a connection with her on social media.
So it's Tethered to Other Stars, and it's by Elisa Stone Leahy. Leahy? Leahy? I don't know how you say that.
I have no. We'll have to ask her when we have her on.
Yes.
She was super excited about that, and she's written other books. This is a YA. I think it's got some awards and recognition. And what's interesting is it's about ICE, but it was written like a while ago. It was written like before Trump's first administration.
Yeah, because this is not new. The whole ICE thing is not new.
It's a good reminder that it's not like, oh, America was a wonderful country and then Trump fucked it all up.
He just made it worse.
Yeah. If anything, like he has fast forwarded us to rock bottom so that we can start climbing out.
That is a positive spin on that. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll be the positive one. The naive.
Yes, I'm going with that
one. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you're still listening, remember to rate, review, subscribe, and don't ban books.
Ban bigots. This episode has been engineered and mixed by your hosts, Jennifer and Courtney.
You can listen to the MILF for Books podcast on iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, or literally any podcast app you want.
Check out our MILF for Books YouTube page. That's MILF, the number 4, Books. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Follow the show on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, and Blue Sky at MILF for Books. Again, that's MILF, the number 4, Books. But follow us on TikTok at Moms into Literary Freedom.